And now it's time to sip the coffee and spill the tea on Talking with 3D Live. Here's your host, Derrick Dixon.
Welcome everybody to Talking with 3D Live. I'm your host, Derrick Dixon, and this is where we always sip the coffee and spill the tea. And we're gonna spill some good tea today because my friend is here and I am excited that Antoine is here with me today on Talking with 3D. But listen, before we get started, do me a big favor. Click the subscribe button, click it, love it, share it, do all those things and make sure that everybody is tuned in right now to Talking with 3D Live because this is an iRoast film production. But right now, it's all about Antoine. Let me get it right because I'm about to call you Antonio. I'm about to give you a different name.
Listen.
Antoine.
What is up, Derrick? This has
so
been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Derrick's been trying to work with me. I've been so busy.
Yeah.
I am finally here.
I had to call your assistant.
You called everybody.
I had to call everybody to get you booked on Talking with 3D.
People to get me here.
Yes.
I am here.
And you are here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for saying yes.
Yeah, of course. What?
I really appreciate it. Yeah. You know, we go back to DC Black Broadway.
We do. Ike Turner.
Yeah.
I think you're out there with the cupcakes. I got Twinkies.
Yeah. We had a good time and we connected during that play.
We interviewed the same day. So
we sure did.
Remember you were right before me in the interview that day.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we sure did.
And then it all came together for sure.
And it's so funny because a lot of people that actually knew me, they did not know who I was.
Because of the costume.
Because of the costume.
Wow.
But, you know, Dr. Lavelle asked me to come dressed like Ike Turner.
Okay.
To see what I could do.
Lavelle has a vision for things.
He does.
When his mind is set on something, he's going to, this is what he wants. Do it.
I need you to do that.
Yeah.
So, but again, thank you for being here. I want to tell everybody a little bit about you.
Go on and tell them. Go on and tell him.
So listen, he's a rising star, lighting up the stage, screen, community. He is also an actor, activist, also captures hearts across the DMV. He also is electrifying audiences since 2018. Annie Costa, Beat Your Feet, Grease with a Side of Mumble Sauce, Gay Soul Food. And then you have now going to be appearing in the Giz in September
with DC Black Broadway, man.
With DC Black Broadway.
This show is about to be amazing. We just started rehearsals this past week.
Yeah.
Yesterday was our third rehearsal, and for us to only be 3 rehearsals in, and where we are already with all the new kids and the dancers and the singers and this is about to be a show.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? And we're at the Warner Theater this year.
What keeps you connected to DC Black Broadway?
The family environment, the professionalism, the group itself. I'm a hustler by nature. My mother she instilled that into me, early on. But where I'm at now with who I work with and how I work, I have to feel a connection in order to make me say, okay, cool, I could be my raw, unapologetic, authentic self in this space without feeling judged, without feeling pressure just for trying to be me,
Yeah.
Since I've been in the door with DC Black Broadway, Dr. Lavelle has always pushed me to just, Twan, do you. Do you. I remember the last production we had did, Anacostia. Not Anacostia, Chocolate City Records.
Okay.
Because this is now, I think, my 4th production with them.
Yeah.
But with Chocolate City Records, there was someone else in place of the role that I had auditioned for, and I had became understudy. But then right after that, we had a table read and everything, and then I think I had 2 or 3 work events that I had to miss the rehearsal for. So in the midst of me missing the rehearsals, I still was back home, at the hotel room out of town with my script, memorizing lines. So by the time I stepped back in the rehearsal, I was already off book. As soon as I walked in there, Lavelle seen me and immediately was like, Twan, you up.
Yeah.
Right before rehearsal started, Lavelle was like, Twan, let's go. You up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you put me on the spot. I'm going to give it to you. Yeah. So, I don't know. So mainly, I said all that to say, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm in a space where people push me. I'm in a space that people love me. I'm in a space they're here to see others grow. It's a big machine. Like the play that I did with Gay Soul Food, I've done that with Cage Birds Productions. I've been working with them since I want to say 21. They were one of my very first groups to allow me to do a play. And it's a much, much smaller group. You know, DC Black Broadway, the cast is like 30, 40, 50 people.
Yeah.
Caged Birds,
It's like all of DC. All DC came out. And
with the other production company, including cast and crew, it's no more than 11 of us.
Okay.
So it's a difference. You know, it's a big family vibe. Yeah. And now, especially since the last play, we started working with children, and it's been a joy watching these kids shine and do their thing.
It's amazing.
It is.
Do.
And the level of singing that some of these kids are coming in on, it's just like wow.
Let's talk about because you've done a lot of plays with DC Black Broadway, and then doing Gay Soul Food. So because there is a big dynamics between the two.
It is.
How did you come into being in that play, Gay Soul Food, and how did you feel comfortable playing that? You know, your roles and everything, because a lot of people would say, "Oh, I couldn't do it."
Right. For me, as I'm an actor.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. You know, because it drives me crazy when I heard what's his name from Lions. What's his name? Cookie and all them. Terrence.
Terrence. Right.
And Terrence said that he could never play a gay role.
Oh, okay, that's you.
And that's what I felt.
But you know,
and that's okay.
It is. It's certain role. I think it's bigger than just this. I will play a gay role versus a straight role. But I'll get to my point now. I'll go back to your first question about doing the Gay Soul Food. So again, with Gay Soul Food, I've been working with Anthony Green is the owner of the company. Brilliant writer. His is more, you know how DC Black Broadway is more entertaining and it has the comedic elements and it's a lot of singing and dancing.
Right.
With Caged Birds, it's just straight plays. You have a lot of monologues and like the paragraphs. And with me being able to do Gay Soul Food, because he's also done an adaptation of Waiting to Exhale called When Boys Exhale. He's done Gay Love Jones. So now the latest play that he did, the newest play he did was Gay Soul Food. And why I chose to definitely do that was because, again, I am an actor. I like to tell stories. I'm a natural storyteller by day. That's what I feel like a lot of acting is, storytelling. We're just telling it through another lens. Yeah. So to be able to step on stage to tell this dynamic story of gay soul food that tapped into real LGBT issues in the home. My mother was a lesbian in the play. I was a gay one. My brother was a closeted queen. And then my sister, she was straight, you know. Yeah. So it tells the different dynamics of a real family.
Today's episode of Talking with 3D Live is brought to you by iRose Films. iRose Films photo booth will capture every special event, from birthday parties, weddings, baby showers. They also specialize in 360 booths, also videography. So please make sure that anytime that you have a special event, contact iRose Films, irosefilms.com.
So that's what made me push through and say this, compared to even doing DC Black Broadway roles. I do this because it allows me to tap into one, you know, being comfortable in my own skin, you know, and being able to connect to those others who don't feel seen or don't feel heard. I want to tell that story so therefore you can say, oh, damn, that reminds me of the situation with so-and-so, you know, because that's what I do. I like to tell a story to leave an impression on my viewers. Right. You know? Yeah. So.
And that's important. That is so important because there's so many, especially now, there's so many kids growing up that we're growing up differently.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And the way that our children express themselves now, do they, like you say, are they comfortable in their skin? Or are they not comfortable in their skin? So, like they said, they could see these images.
Exactly.
And it's not these images of you know, money, status, not to say that you're not, but just to say, you know, they look at those. Is that realistic? When they can say, hey, absolutely, I have someone I can connect with.
Absolutely.
Antoine is someone that I can look at and be like, wow.
And the thing is, even yesterday in rehearsal, we had this, they did one of our icebreakers before we get started. They went around the room, you know, tell the person to the left what you appreciate about them. And to me, I was in between two kids. One new one to DC Black Broadway and one that was in Anacostia Beecher's Feet. This one, he was actually considered my child in Anacostia because I had an orphanage and he was one of my kids at my orphanage. So when he came and it was his go to give me what he appreciated about me, it was just that I appreciate you take on any role and you making chores and you do you, like you're an inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's what also, you know, made me feel good about it, because you all are watching me. And mind you, the last role that I did with DC Black Broadway, I was a flaming queen. It feels like I was in the heels, I was in the long fur, my hair was up dramatically, and I gave that feminine, loud energy. But all the kids gave me respect because they know that I'm acting.
You have a job to do. You knew your assignment.
Listen, and you all you're actors as well.
Yeah.
So take what I'm doing and see the energy and what I'm putting into my craft. There's character development. There's work that has to be done to be able to get me to a point to tell this version of what I'm doing on stage. This isn't just I just open my eyes and say boom, even though I could.
Yeah.
You know? That's right. There's work that goes into creating a character, you know? But back to the other piece about when you had asked me about when Terrence had said he couldn't do a gay role. I look at that as, and I don't get offended when I hear actors say that, because, okay, that's your right. You don't feel comfortable enough to explore what finding that character looks like. You can find it. You can do it. You can do it so well and still come out straight on the up, and they wouldn't even.
Right.
So for me, I look at it as if, like, for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable playing a rapist. I wouldn't feel comfortable with doing something like that.
Yeah.
Like even it's like, you know, you watch all the old movies and stuff. Hell, what was it? Diary of a Mad Black Woman with Steve Harris, and how much people hated him for how he treated Helen.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You're going to leave, depending on how well you tell your story as an actor, will leave an impression on people to look at you, whether it was, damn, he played it so good, I don't like him because
to
he
this
killed
day
that
we don't like him.
Listen.
To this day we do not like him.
Like Lawrence Fishburne after what's nothing had to do with it.
Yeah.
You know? So, everybody has their what they're comfortable in. I just got into a space. Now I know that I probably could play and kill the role of a rapist, but that's just something I don't feel comfortable with. With, you know, family trauma and things like that. Stories that I hear from friends and family that I just wouldn't feel comfortable with playing a rapist. But I'm an actor though.
Yeah, you're an actor. You are very do a lot in the community.
Yes.
So you do a lot with the HIV prevention and support. So how did you get into being an activist for HIV and being a support for those that have HIV?
Well, so for that was something that I kind of just fell into. All of my career and everything options were like call centers, customer service and stuff like that. I literally fell into the place that I'm at. I've been there 8 years.
Okay.
And a buddy of mine, he lived across the street. I had quit my job, I want to say April of that year. So from April until probably about June, July-ish, I was driving just Uber and Lyft. He lived across the street from me, and we had invited him, my partner and I at the time had invited him over to come have drinks, let's chill, play cards and talk or whatever. And he was like, Twan, you would be really, really good working in this field that I'm in. He was already working for the company. And at the time, the only thing that I was doing was Uber and Lyft, and my partner was a party promoter. So it was between Uber, Lyft, and going to the clubs and everything. I was in the club scene at this point, had already been about 5-6 years. The community knew me. I'm throwing nighttime parties every Friday and Saturday and Sunday sometimes, holiday weekends, prides. So he was like, Twan, you have the personality, you know community. You would be really good on our community advisory board. I'm like, what's that? So he told me what it was. All right, cool, I joined on. Fast forward 2 or 3 months later, he said, I think you would be good on our outreach team. And I'm like, I throw the club parties and you want me to stand outside of the club at the same party that I'm throwing and ask somebody to say, come get tested on this rumble thing.
Yeah.
He asked me like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, you know what? Cool, shoot me an interview, and gave the driest interview ever, y'all. Listen, because I really didn't want to do it, but when I got into the interview, I guess, again, it's that thing I said earlier, the vibe and the energy was just positive enough to say, give it a try at least.
Right.
So I did. Within that first month, it was like, okay, this is not as bad as I thought it was. However, if I'm gonna do it, it's pulling me away from doing Uber and Lyft. I need more money. I need more hours. I need to go from part-time to full-time. And then I've been there ever since.
Yeah.
I've been there ever since. And throughout the course of me being there, I found myself connecting with people who are scared when they walk into our doors, people who have done their adult rendezvousing, as we know how to, that they're terrified and don't know what this result is about to be. I actually stepped into a space to tell somebody, hey, you are now HIV positive.
Right.
So then that does something to me as a community health worker at the time. to say, do all the necessary trainings, get the cultural competency, get all these things to help community. And then I think once I stepped on the Howard University's campus, talking with the students there and engaging with them and testing them and educating them, that's when the passion further developed to now, well, damn, I'm an activist at this point, because it's like, it's so much stigma still around HIV today, and a lot of uninformed and miseducated individuals who walk around thinking that me just touching your shoulder, you can get you HIV.
Yeah.
So that's something that pushes me to continue to be out here educating, to continue to be out here breaking these barriers and stigma amongst the different communities. Like I'm so proud that there is a community of heterosexual brothers that I can actually communicate with and sit down and have a cocktail with, or even smoke a J with if I need to. But the level of respect that I have for them is what I would love to see amongst the whole our race. Like it's like we're human. Yeah. What I do in my private life shouldn't affect what you got going on.
That's right.
It shouldn't.
Because there's so much fear. Like you said, there's just so much fear that people don't understand and they don't get it.
Right.
So therefore they judge.
And then they worry about what others gonna think about them associated with somebody that's gay.
Right.
I don't worry about what nobody say about me.
Yeah.
I stopped worrying about that years ago. I promise you. When I moved out my mom's house back at 18 and how that transition changed, I stopped caring what folks had to say about me negatively, that is.
Right.
Because it's like at the end of the day, this is my life.
Yeah.
This is my journey. This is what I'm doing. Whatever God puts in me to be able to instill and put out into the community, that's what I'm going to do. I can't worry about me walking in a room affecting your mood. I'm an energy.
No, that's right.
I'm a big energy.
Yeah.
I got way more people that like me that don't like me.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because I know that you have been through situations here lately.
Yeah.
And we know the loss of your mother,
Yeah.
And there's so much things that it's hard. It's hard.
It is.
Me losing my mother, it's been almost 5 years now, but still, you think about it all the time. Yeah. I wish my mother was here sitting. I wish my mother could see this. And there's that emptiness that will never go away. So what drives you today? Because a lot of times, I'll tell you, Antoine, we self-medicate a lot of times. We don't deal with the situations. We think, let's just move on. But down deep inside,
it's there.
It's there.
It's there. For me, so we're 2 months this week that she's been gone. And I've lost my father in 18 when I first started acting. I lost my father then. I lost my partner in 21. He passed from cancer. I went through that journey with him. And then again, now we're 2 months shy of my mother passing. And I guess, and it's not just dealing with death, even though this is my mother. One of the reasons that I'm here, the one who I grew up with, that instilled so much into me. Yeah. And she's no longer here. My mother was it's so crazy. My mother is how I got into DC Black Broadway. Okay. She knew Lavelle way before and was just pushing every time. My son needs to be in your production. My son needs to be in production. But my mother was a go-getter. She was a hustler. She was a woman that knew many people, was always at the different go-go's and a ball of life, right? And my mother she suffered from bipolar depressive disorder for the last few years. I'd never seen my mother in this condition as to where she was mentally. And then even once she got back, they got her medications and stuff leveled. It was one of those things where she always expressed that she was just tired and she no longer wanted to be here, especially because of the depression and what it was doing to her mind. So to know that she's no longer battling with the mental health issues that she was dealing with, it puts me a bit at ease. Because I in all of my 34 years of living, I have never seen my mother in some of the ways that I have seen her mentally, psychologically over the last couple of years. Yeah. Even though when she passed, she was in her right mind, it's still as if that battle was an ongoing battle that a lot of things I'm sure that I didn't even know because she would have internalized a lot of it. But for me to be able to keep it just up and keep going, I had to say this to a few people because when she passed, it's like I did not stop working right away. But I've been finding my moments of taking time to do my grieving. You can't tell nobody how to grieve.
You can't.
We all grieve differently.
Or how long to grieve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, how I cope with obstacles and things is to work. That's always been my motto. Whether the light's about to get cut off, whether something that happened, and it's always how I deal with things is to work. Regular stress is work, gym, whatever it is. So in this case, when she passed on a Friday. The facility she was in called me that evening at 11 o'clock at night on a Friday and was like, "Hey, your mother's unresponsive." I was like, okay, I'm on my way. So her passing that Friday, it gave me Saturday and Sunday to be off, to have a little time to grieve. And then I jumped right back into work on Monday. And coworkers like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I know that I have a play coming up literally on Mother's Day weekend, to a week and a half from now.
Yeah.
I need my time off that I already put in place for that, because that's out of town. Then I know that her service is about to be right away. I'm putting her service off for when I get back. When I get back, I'm doing my play. I don't care what nobody else in the family got to say, not being disrespectful, but this is my mother.
Right.
I'm paying for the service.
Yeah.
We'll have the service when I'm ready.
Yeah.
And we'll do it when I get back. And even still, once all of that happened, I went to work that week, took off, we drove to Atlanta, and we were in rehearsal. And with the play being on Mother's Day weekend, that helped me get through Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
She just died 2 weeks before Mother's Day weekend, and here we are. And and then one other thing that I really, really am proud of myself of, and what I did with this is I found things that brought me joy. I jumped into doing things that brought me happiness, or I felt comfortable, rather than going and sitting in the house or sitting over someone else's house drinking and just not being progressive, not doing anything to uplift me.
Yeah.
My village has been so supportive. Like Adrian and Michelle, all of them have been, and Carla, all of them have been loving on me. Saudia. It's just, that's another thing that also helped me keep going. It's the love, the outpouring of love that I have received from so many people, whether I knew them or not. It's just, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. So working, staying focused, and my support system has been
It's important.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. God has also gotten me through this. So immediately when it happened, I immediately jumped into prayer and asked him to be my strength. Give me this, give me guidance, keep me having faith, and just walk with me. And he did. He still is.
Still will.
Still is.
Yeah. We'll always be there. I really appreciate you.
No,
I know we have short time.
I know.
And, to talk and everything, because we could talk and I could.
And we got so much more to talk about. So I'll be back. So I will be back. So where we at? Where back here? Where the camera?
You right here.
I will be right here.
Yeah, so he said it on camera.
I will be back soon to 3D and had that good conversation. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. But I wanted to give my audience an introduction.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
Let them know where you was. We're going to do a quick game because I love a good game. I love a good game and everything. So this is the blockbuster movies.
Oh,
so you got to let me know. I'm going to hold up a card and you have to let me know what this movie is so I can guess. You can do the top or the bottom one, but I have to guess it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if they could see the movie.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's in the sky at nighttime?
The moon.
What else?
The stars.
And then what we about to go into because of Trump?
Star Wars.
Thank you. There we go. we got a little something going. All right. We're gonna go with the top one. Okay. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. What am I doing? When somebody
singing. Singing, dancing.
Singing where?
In the opera,
standing outside with my mouth open wide.
In the rain?
Yeah, singing in the rain. There we go.
Oh, singing in the rain, okay.
Ooh. Okay, I can't think of that. Who sings I'm Black and I'm Proud? Say it loud.
Is that
I'm Black and I'm Proud. No,
What's that?
I feel good. I know that I would. Come on. I need to play that character now. Last name Brown.
James Brown.
Okay. So James, and then a big fruit. What's Atlanta known for? Their fruit in Atlanta, Georgia. James and the
Peach. James and
Giant Peach.
Oh,
James and the Giant Peach.
Well, listen, again, I appreciate you stopping by.
Man.
And you've heard him. He's going to be coming back again.
He's coming back again. No question. I will be back for sure.
So I appreciate you. Congratulations on everything that you are doing.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
As long as God is on
we need people out, like you out there.
So
keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Congratulations with the Giz. I can't wait to come see it.
I can't wait. September 19th through the 21st at the Warner Theater. Yes.
So we'll be there. We'll be there to support that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, again, Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Talking with 3D. Whatever that you're going through, go out, get your support system, get you a good support system. But the one thing that Twan was saying, make sure that you know who you are first.
Hello.
Enjoy the skin that you're in and keep living. That's what you have to do. That's what you must do.
Unapologetically.
Unapologetically, yes. Go out, love somebody. I love you guys intentionally. Peace.